A little tap, tap, tappy.
Tap, tap,
Tap,
tappy.
tappy.
Taparoo.
We told you we'd be here. We are men of our word, America.
Oh, man.
It is
dropping passes.
It is a slug 'em down, as Tom likes to say. Yeah, you should have seen the one that Alabama dropped in the first play. Sip 'em slow.
We're slugging them down and slipping them.
Yes, and by the way, the good captain. That's right. Rock. We have Soxtober, America. Green Monster here in the house.
Good job, Sox.
We are celebrating tonight. I want to say right now, congratulations to the Boston Red Sox. It's been a very wow. I mean, this year's been up and down, and they've overcome a lot of shit. And if Alex Cora didn't win Manager of the Year with what he did the other night, I don't know what that is, because they were down 3-0 to a team that, when they go up first, is 40 games over 500. And somehow he kept that at 3-0. He went 7 pitchers after the starter. And literally, talk about playing every note right.
Yeah.
He just kept it at 3 until the Sox eventually they chipped away, and they caught him in the 8th when Duran hit a RBI single. You saw it. And in the 9th, they put the runner on. He steals second, and then Rafaela hits the double off the monster. It was wow.
Look at this drop.
Yeah, you can't drop that
God.
pass. You can't drop that pass. As we're talking
He looks
to
like
you,
a DB.
Yeah, as we're talking to you, one of Georgia's All-American wide receivers, probably a 5-star recruit, just dropped a touchdown.
Well, and that was right after they stonewalled Alabama on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And they got to give it back because they can't catch a pass.
I don't know what, but it is IDD for those who don't disagree. That is the redoubtable one.
A broken redoubtable one.
He's not broken yet.
I'm broken.
The key word is yet.
I know it's coming.
Because I think he might be
All
right.
I'm doing is waiting for the shot.
I hate it when he's right, especially about bad news. I like it when he's right about good news. Don't get me wrong. But when he's right about bad news, it usually involves him, and I hate that because I don't want to see him suffer. Especially when he's a loyal fan and he deserves better. And this Mets team is so shit the bed over the past 3.5 months. I'm surprised he's sane, quite honestly. That would have drove me out.
It's been a slow shit.
It's been a slow loafy that just keeps. It won't break off.
Right.
It just doesn't break.
It's a giant monstrosity of a bowel movement.
Yeah.
That has been they've been trying to push it out since June 12th.
And the poor toilet. The flapper is probably broken at this point.
So the Mets were the best team in baseball.
For 2.5 months.
Okay? I believe they were 43-22
at one point, or 21. There was 21, 43 and 21.
Well, no, because there were 21 games over. So whatever it was, there were 21 games over.
All right.
And then Kodai Senga, on a ball that was hit to Pete Alonso, goes to cover first. Alonso, because he's got the yips half the year, tosses it high. He jumps up, lands on first, pulls his hamstring. And my dad goes, I don't know what it was about that, but I got this really bad feeling, Tom. He said that to me the day after. They came down, my parents. And I was like, stop, you're doing the negative Met thing. You're doing the, expect the worst thing. But boy, was he right. Because since that day, the Mets are 16 or 17 games under 500. And literally, for 3.5 months now, they've been the 4th worst team in the entire major leagues.
Yep.
Oh, man. What a failure on every level.
I can't disagree.
And here's the thing. You could point to one thing. You could say this person has more fault than the other person. Everybody involved has fault.
This is a team-wide though.
This is team-wide. This is how the team was built.
Yep.
This is how the team is managed. And this is how the players play.
From to his point, from the GM who fucked up the pitching staff,
yes,
to Juan Solo not hitting a meaningful home run for about 5 months.
Right. He's got 31 solo homers.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Apparently, the record's 35. I can't. It's insane.
There's someone who hit 35.
That's the record for solo home runs, 35.
Wow, I didn't know such a record existed. To be honest with you.
And here we are, with 1 day left in the season, and the Mets do not control their own destiny. Because they loafed their way to the end of the season. And here's the thing, Sean Manaea is going tomorrow.
Oh, God.
I mean, that guy...
Oh, God.
So, and here, to his credit, he has loose bodies in his elbow. They probably should have shut him down 2 months ago when they found that out, but they didn't.
Yeah.
He skipped one start, and they said, well, you can pitch with loose bodies in your elbow. Well, if you've watched him pitch, I think the consensus leads to you cannot pitch with loose bodies in your elbow.
No.
Because
Not well, anyway.
Not well.
Not
yeah.
well.
I mean, sure, you
You can go out
you
there.
Throw batting
You
practice.
can throw grapefruits out there if you
yeah,
want to do that.
yeah.
But sure, I mean, but if
Yeah.
you're going to be an ace or even a third starter, no.
So now the Brewers with nothing to play for because the Phillies lost today and have home field advantage. And so the Brewers have home field advantage
Locked
through the
up.
World Series,
Yeah, they have nothing to play
regardless of what happens tonight and tomorrow. So tonight, of course, they laid down, ass up, and let the Reds have fun.
Walk all over them.
It was 6-0 before they
Yeah.
blinked. So I don't know. I mean, I typically have hope. Like in my heart, I think, oh, they're going to get in. First of all, tomorrow I don't think they're going to win, the Mets.
You already predicted a loss.
Well, I thought they would lose 2 out of 3.
You said they were going to win today,
Yep,
and
yeah.
you actually called. He actually called this. They were going to lose Friday. They lost. They were going to win Saturday. They won.
Well, I said
They-
that today,
this
after
morning.
they lost last night.
Yeah, but you only thought they were going to win 1 out of 3 anyway.
That's true.
You did
I
say
thought
that.
they would lose 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but you said before today they were going to win today and lose
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, the crazy part is, okay, and look, all Met fans who've been around are predicting this. Evan Roberts, the guy I listened to, he predicted it. But in 2007, okay, the Mets were ahead of the Phillies by 7 games with 12 to go. And they blew it. And in the final weekend of the season, it was just like this.
Isn't that a bigger Lofi?
Without
7
a
games
doubt.
with 12 games to go. That's a bigger Lofi.
Without a doubt.
That's bigger.
The difference
I mean-
is this is a 4-month Lofi. So this one almost hurts. Like, that one was so shocking.
Picture a 4-month Lofi, America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You're just like this the whole
you
time.
just, you can't, it doesn't break off, it doesn't end, and you can't move until it does.
Well, you know the pain
Oh.
when a loaf shoots?
At
The
that
pain,
point, they have moved
but it never
you,
stops.
They have probably moved you from a bathroom to a toilet to out a window,
From a latrine.
from a latrine
to a gaping hole in the land.
to a window, or maybe they've put you to the edge of a cliff,
Yeah,
and
right.
they're just holding
They
you
put
there.
you over an abyss.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Is Georgia about to go in, or does
They forced a punt.
Oh wow, big stop.
This is a hell of a game.
It's still
Alabama,
only the third.
I got to tell you, Alabama has really nutted up tonight. They have impressed me.
In Georgia,
In Georgia,
Athens.
yeah, Athens. That is a tough place to play.
But here's the crazy thing. Okay, so 2007, going into the final week, and this is over the Phillies. So it was basically the same scenario as them and the Reds. Mets had their destiny in front of them.
Yes.
They lost Friday night. Philly went ahead. Okay, Philly lost Saturday. Mets won on a 1-hitter.
Yep.
What happened today?
Oh.
1-hitter.
Oh God.
And this is against the Marlins in 07 too. And
Same
then
team.
And then on Sunday,
That's eerie.
Tom Glavine,
That's eerie.
longtime Brave, but he came to the Mets in 06, I believe it was. Tom Glavine on the hill for us. What's he do? First inning, 6 runs. Mets were done. And the collapse was official thanks to Tom Glavine. And then in the post-game interview, they asked Tom if he was devastated.
Oh Lord.
What do you think he said?
He's probably
He said no.
no. He's
Not
been through too many heartbreakers with the Braves.
Right.
This is
Well, that's one thing you don't say as a Met, because we will hate you forever.
Ever.
Because we are all devastated.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Even if you're not devastated, just say it.
I think the detachment, and this is strictly related to money, because the richer these athletes have gotten, the further away from reality a lot of them gotten. The detachment from reality, and more importantly, their fan base, they don't know what to say, and I don't know how many of them even care.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But I also think
it's-
there's truth that he wasn't devastated.
no, I don't think he was lying.
No.
But I think because these guys are farting through silk the rest of their life because they can throw a fastball,
Oh, wow.
they don't understand that people pay their hard-earned money to go and see you, and then you break their heart, and that they have to live with you. You could, like I said this the other night. You're on a plane to Bora Bora
Right.
in the morning. You're gonna forget this 5 margaritas into your
Right.
bin while the sexy fucking waitress there is blowing you on the beach. Like, let's be real.
Pretty sure Glavine was married.
But I'm saying, what do you
I know what
think?
you're saying.
What do you think is happening? Wasn't there a video of Stephon Diggs on a boat before the season's. I mean, believe me, America, I'm not this is not a stretch. Okay, this is the world these people live in. Okay, money will solve everything, and if they can't win it, they can buy their way out of it. They can go. These guys can go to Hawaii for 6 weeks just because, and it doesn't even put a dent in their bank account. And then when they get it all out of their system, oh, I feel refreshed, man. I spent the last 8 weeks in the Cayman Islands. I'm good. Who the fuck gets to do that? When you have a bad week at work, do you get to take off and go to the? No, you don't. You got to go back in. You might get the weekend if it's a Friday, but then you got to go back in on a Monday and face reality again. Well, you don't have, it's not. It's not real. It's not reality. They don't live in reality.
But I also think and I know you don't share this, but when I play sports, I don't take them as seriously as when I watch them, for some reason. And I think some of it might have to do with the lack of control over the game. If I'm in a game and I lose, it's well, I got beat. If I'm watching my team and I see them lose, for some reason, it's a completely different reaction.
That's weird.
It is, but that's how I've always, now, don't get me wrong. In the moment of playing, I'm competitive. I want to win.
Sure.
But once it's over, I can, it's all right, that was my release. Playing that sport was my escape from reality. Now, the escape is watching it, and it's only fun when they win. Playing it, it's fun playing it.
I can tell you without hesitation, and I've got quite a resume as an athlete, my greatest loss was March 10th, 1990 in the Boston Garden. It was the one time my team beat me and I choked. I have never gotten over that. To this day, I have never gotten over that. And you know what happened the next year? The next year after, I was the only starter, 4 starters of the 5 that were from this loaded team. I was the only starter left. We beat the eventual Division II and Division III state champions that year. No other team has ever done that in a season, still, as far as I know. We did it. And it still does not make up for what happened the year before. So we went into Sharon. I have a trophy up there for the tournament. Sharon was undefeated. They were averaging. They were winning. Ready for this? They were winning by an average of 37 points per game.
You guys beat them?
They took Franklin, my hometown. They bent them over by 50. Pete was on. My brother Pete was on this team. We go into their gym. The half the town of Franklin tried to get into that game to watch me play them, and they were undefeated. And I beat them on their court, and then I won the tournament, and we beat the Division III state champion. Actually, we beat the Division II this year. We beat the Division II, Division III, and Division IV state champions in the same year. We're the only team ever to do that. Okay, that's my calling card. I beat 3 state champions in the same season. Okay, and by the way, they were all either on. Wayland was on their court, Sharon was on their court, Harwich was on Sharon. They were in the tournament. We beat them in the final, and I won the tournament MVP. That's the trophy that sits up there, behind us. You can't see it, and that does not make up for March 10th, 1990 in the Boston Garden. We would have won the state championship had we won that game, and I blew it.
Was that a trophy, Luffy?
It was the definition of it. It was trophy Luffy before there was a trophy Luffy. Put it that way. Now, to be fair, our best player, Rick Denisio, did not play in that game. Had he played, we would have won. But we could have won without him had I done what I should have done.
You guys had a couple of guineas, 1-2.
1-2.
That's nice.
We had the best front line in the state of Massachusetts.
That's nice. 2 guineas.
Rick Denisio from Braintree and R.J. Migliaccio from Franklin. Oh, man, it was guinea heaven.
Oh, man.
Talk about bookends. Talk about bookends.
It was spaghetti and meatballs.
I mean, I'm telling you. You talk about Sauce Brothers before with me and Rick. Woo. People feared me and Rick.
Meet the ball.
And by the way, you know what, Rick was a 6'4". He could dunk like Barkley and he shot like Bird. He went Division I to Radford University.
Radford,
yeah.
Near Virginia Tech.
Yeah. So anyway, and then Chris Summers, who was the other forward, we had 3 forwards. He went Holy Cross Division I football scholarship. He was a 6'4" receiver.
Let's get back to my misery.
Anyway, the point is, I'm saying, the point of this was,
he was good at sports.
No, in the moment you get over it. I have never gotten over that. That was my point. I didn't mean to go up on this diatribe, sorry.
But see, I think that's what it is, because for me, and I'm fat now and I can't move, but I used to be really good at sports. But for me, I played them because I enjoyed it. It was escape. It never made me angry. It was always, the joy I got out of sports was not from winning. It was from playing it. It was the camaraderie. It was all those things. And now, as I watch them, I can't really get that out of sports because I'm not on the team. So I watch it, and it's really only fun when they win.
Yeah.
So when they torture you and they're 17, 18 games under for 4 months with a bloated payroll of $400 million after luxury tax, and you realize you've got a $400 million payroll, but nobody to pitch, nobody to play third base.
You know,
Dear God, what'd you spend your fucking money on?
we talked about this today at the soccer game.
My
and,
God.
I said to him that, and look, everybody lauded the move to get Juan Soto, and I'm not saying it was the wrong move. The guy's a winner. And usually if he gets to the postseason, then you really see him for what he is. But the biggest question mark on that team was they didn't have an ace.
Didn't have an ace.
They didn't have an ace.
We didn't have a two or three.
They were in the playoffs last year. They didn't have Juan Soto, but they also didn't have an ace. So, and as he knows, he will tell you, he knows more about baseball than I do, pitching always beats hitting in the postseason.
Yeah.
You've got to look at the Boston Red Sox. No, they have an ace. Look what that has done for them. It sounds so simple. It moves everybody down just one spot in the rotation. But that can
And it also ensures that you can't go on a slide.
Yeah, they call him the stopper too. The stopper.
You won't go on
like
a slide.
from Roger Clemens to Pedro to Josh Beckett to this, Chris Sale when he was healthy to this guy. The Sox, when they've had a guy like this. They've always had a guy like this. They never won the title without it in my lifetime. They've had an ace, a legit great ace. Okay, so the Mets don't have that. I don't even know who would qualify to have the ability to even beat that
Nobody.
guy. Is he even on the roster right now? Is there a guy in that roster that could be that guy next year?
Nolan McLean. And he's a kid.
But he's a kid.
Got 9 starts.
Okay.
So as
Is he like Roman Anthony, like 21, 22? Is that where he is?
No, he's like 24, I think.
Okay, but still young.
Oh yeah,
still
no,
very
I mean,
young. Still very young.
We just called him up.
Okay.
He's
starting tomorrow? No.
No,
he started.
He started Thursday.
Thursday.
He's the one that got the win in Chicago.
So he's got promise.
No, he's been great for
Okay.
us, but he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing
That's
about
a lot
it.
of weight to put on a
Well,
kid's shoulders.
not only the weight. When these guys come up from the minors, they haven't thrown more than 150 innings in a season.
Yeah.
Because in the minors, they coddle everybody, so it's 5 innings to start, get them out. 5 innings. So at the majors, 150 innings, if you start the season and you actually pitch well, I mean, what does that come out to? So 30 starts, you're not going to make – let's say you made 30 starts at 5 innings a start. Okay, you're not going to make 30 starts. But let's say you're going to hit 150 innings before the playoffs. So to rely on that is tough.
That is tough.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you go to a 6-person rotation, you do things to give these guys. Oh man, was that fourth?
That's a
down?
fourth and what a start. Alabama is nutting
Wow.
up right now.
Where is the line?
I don't know, but this is a heavyweight fight like you read about. These two teams, this is the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Kick a field goal.
These
though.
guys have become Celtics, Lakers, Red Sox, Yankees.
Why wouldn't you kick a field goal and tie the game?
Hurricanes, Seminoles. I don't know. I don't know why they went for it there. They should have kicked the field goal.
That seems desperate for no reason.
Yeah, they should have kicked the field goal and tied the game. I don't know why they felt they had to do that with 13 minutes to go in the game.
Well, I guess they feel good about their defense.
Well, the defense has become Georgia again. They've morphed into that Hulk, that red Hulk that they are when they're on. But anyway, to his point, the Mets. And again, I'm not saying that getting Juan Soto was a bad move, but pitching has to come first.
Yeah.
It has to come first.
And
You can't win in October without pitching. Am I wrong?
Of course.
I mean, we have laughed at the Toronto Blue Jays forever for this very reason. You know why the Blue Jays? Because they now have some pitching. They haven't had pitching in like 20 years. Now they have some pitching. Where are they? 90-something wins. Okay? The Mets, with really no pitching, are down to the wire tomorrow because they have that good of a lineup. Yeah. But they have no fucking pitching. Yeah. None. Let's be honest. Let's say they get in tomorrow. What are their odds of winning a series with no pitching? 0. None. They have no shot. If they don't have a guy that can go 7 innings in the postseason, you're fucked. You know it and I know it. They're fucked.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, no. So if we get into the postseason, we'll have Nolan McLean pitching Game 1 of the Wild Card Series, and probably Brandon Sproat pitching Game 2. Brandon Sproat's thrown 4 starts. Nolan McLean's 8 starts. You don't know. They could both shit their pants.
Totally.
And it wouldn't be their fault.
No, it wouldn't. That's way,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
way
Like,
too soon to put.
Yeah, they're not ready for that.
No, that's not fair. It's
no,
almost not
of course.
Fair. It's just like.
But that's the other mistake they made is that you waited till August to call these guys up. We haven't had pitching since the All-Star break, since June.
I think he alluded to it in the off season. I think he did. I know he did during the season. Well, before they had signed Juan Soto, because that was the talk, they were going to go after him. I think he was the one that said, "Well, pitching, we pitching." He didn't give a name per se, but he said, we really could use some pitching. And then when they got everybody got blood. Well, they got him from the Yankees too, and all the excitement was there, and I get it. But at the end of the day, that problem was still there.
Yeah,
it was still there.
Yeah.
And I know, look at ESPN fell for it too. Every fucking expert on there had the Mets in the postseason. Every fucking one of them.
Well, when they start the season, 21 games.
Yeah, but no, they looked like they were going to be right. But the thing is, if you don't have pitching, I always say water seeks its level. I was referring to the Mets' offensive lineup. I never realized how bad
it can't overcome.
It can't overcome it.
I don't care if you have Murderers Row from the fucking 1930 whatever Yankees.
I did this.
Your starter gives up 5 and pitches 2.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
I did this last night or after our show. I went and looked. No, last night actually I did this. I went and looked at, because if you go to the ESPN website, they have all the stats, and the first stat you see is quality starts and team. If you click on that thing and you just keep going down, somewhere around 27, 28, you will find the New York Mets. And there's no way a team that is in the bottom 3 or 4 is making the postseason.
No.
It's not. You'd have to have the greatest offensive lineup in history to pull that off.
Yeah.
You really would.
It is so deflating when you're down every night. Or every time you get a lead, it's
not safe.
It's given back.
It's not safe.
A lineup can only do so much. Yeah. And here's what happened with the Mets, okay? And this is what David Stearns... Look, David Stearns can learn from this.
Yeah.
Okay? Because here's what David Stearns did. They spent all this money on Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, okay? Both I wanted them to sign.
Yeah.
Even though I hate giving a $15 million contract to any player. And I was on the record saying I wouldn't have given him that much money. But hey, Steve Cohen's rich. Fuck it. But it's only a mistake if now because of that you act like you can't spend on other things. If you're not going to spend on other things because you spent a lot on Juan Soto, then you shouldn't have spent on Juan Soto. Because baseball's more than one fucking player.
But more important, it's not other things, it's the thing.
Pitching.
You show me, we talked about this. I remember how far back we had to go to find a World Series champ that didn't have an ace on their staff. Yeah. Like a true ace. A true number 1.
Yeah.
Every damn one of them has one.
All do.
They all do. Yeah. I can't think of one that doesn't. Not in my lifetime. Okay? So that ace was not there before they signed Juan Soto.
Oh, and not, yeah, I mean.
So, what, look, maybe that guy wasn't out there on the market. I don't know who was even available that would have, because, the whole thing was.
But Crochet was there.
Crochet was there. We went and got him.
You guys got him.
We went and got him, and we paid him. We did.
And there was guys we could have traded. Look, whatever. Here's the problem though. What he got. Okay, so one of the starters he signed was Clay Holmes. Cheap deal. This is a guy who's been in the bullpen his whole career outside of when he first came into the league, and Clay Holmes wanted to be a starter, and the Mets said, "We think you're a starter." Okay, so they signed Clay Holmes. Cheap deal, but here's the thing about that. He's a bullpen pitcher. Do you know the number of appearances for a bullpen arm in the majors in a season? Do you
Ballpark?
Yeah, but what do you think?
For like a middle reliever or a closer?
End of the relief. So 8th inning, 9th inning guy.
Closer.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the
somewhere between 30 and 40?
No, 70.
70?
That would lead the league in appearances.
Because I know that, what's his name? Well, all right. Let me tell you.
No, but
I'm thinking save up because, I know
right,
that,
not save opportunities.
I know that Aroldis Chapman was 32 for 34.
Right.
But he must have,
he's
pitched in more games than that. You're right. Yeah,
but, and an 8th inning guy would pitch in more games than that.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily have to have a lead. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Closer comes in when you have the leader, it's tied at home.
Yeah.
But, okay, so even if he was leading the league in appearances, let's say he had 75, that's 75 innings.
Yeah.
A starter, you need 150 to 200 innings out of him. So going into the season knowing, okay, this guy could be good, but at some point he's going to hit a wall.
He's going to hit a wall.
Okay,
if he's not used to doing
right.
it, he's going to.
Okay,
yes.
So then another guy they got, Griffin Canning, last year among all starting pitchers, who qualified based on innings, highest ERA in the league. David Stern signed him, and they thought, hey, we can change this guy. We like his stuff. Turns out they did. But again, you took a risk, and what happened to him? He was pitching pretty well, tore his Achilles 2 months in. Okay? But off the bat, that guy was a risk. He was the worst pitcher in the league last year. So that was a risk. Injury or not, he could have shit the bed after 2 months anyway. Because track record says he wasn't a good pitcher. Okay, so those were 2 guys you signed. Another guy, Frankie Montas, injury prone, and really not a very good pitcher. So now 3 guys in your starting rotation, all question marks. Maybe they'll be good.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't. 3, you can't have 3 of those in your rotation. Yeah. 2 maybe. Maybe your 4th and 5th guys. You know, hey, we're not sure. We got a couple young guys who could fill these spots if these guys go down. But for 3, and then, I forgot, 4, Sean Manaea. Sean Manaea has been an average pitcher his whole career. He came to the Mets last year, wasn't very good, and with about 2 or 3 months left in the season, the Braves came to town, and he looked at Chris Sale and said, I'm going to throw like Chris Sale. And in the last 2 months of his year, he was awesome. Okay? But that's 2 months. What David Stearns do? He gave him 3 years, $75 million. Off of basically 2 months of good pitching. And what happened? Well, he gets hurt in fucking spring training. We don't see him till the All-Star break, and he's terrible for 3 months.
He's been terrible.
So that's 4 of the 5 guys that you brought into this starting rotation. The 5th guy was David Peterson, who I can't blame him for David Peterson because Peterson has been on the Mets for like 5 years now. And we've been waiting for him to turn a corner, Last year, it kind of seemed like he did. He had an issue with his hip. He got it corrected. And the rest of the year, he was one of our best pitchers. So we came in thinking, all right, well, Peterson's going to be good this year. Maybe a 2. And Peterson was our 1.
Okay.
He got chosen for the All-Star game. Since the All-Star break, absolutely just... He's another guy that hit a wall. He's never pitched more than 150 innings in his career. And now he was our 1.
I guess my question is that... Because, look, the Mets have to know this.
Without a doubt. That was the plan. And that can't be the plan.
But here's my question. Did they all lose track of this because they got so caught up in we can steal Juan Soto from the Yankees?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so. I think... So this
they
guy,
could have got a lot with the money they spent on Juan
Well, see,
Soto.
here's the thing. Stearns...
They certainly could have got Crochet.
Stearns was the president of baseball operations from Milwaukee. He's been in Milwaukee for years. And helped build a pretty damn good organization over there. But I don't think he understands how to run an organization now that you have the richest owner in baseball and you're not running a bargain fucking shop in Milwaukee. Because that's what Milwaukee was. He had to make do. They had to draft well. They had to, buy low on guys. But I think they've been in the postseason like 7 out of the past 8 years. Okay, now he comes to us, and now he can spend $60 million a year on Juan Soto. But dude, you might have to reach and pay a little more for pitching than you want. Because
you can't pay enough for pitching.
Because you're in New York.
Look, you can't. History bears this out. You can't pay enough for good pitching.
But see,
because you never have enough of it.
But see,
to your point, you said this. You can never have enough of it.
I agree.
So I don't care what they pay for it as long as they get it.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Because of the type of organization he was running, that was not the philosophy. The philosophy was, hey, if a guy's 29 or older, we can't give him a 4 or 5 year deal. It's too risky.
If he's a pitcher?
Right. So he refuses to sign a guy that's that age.
Yeah.
And most times he's going to be right.
Yeah.
But, you're in New York, dude. You can't go into the season with 4 question marks in your rotation.
And they're all stars.
You can't do that.
They're all starters. No,
you're a World Series contender, man.
You can't. You might...
Your plan can't be, these guys might be good.
If we're being realistic, you might get away with that with one of the starters, and then
even
3
2.
in the bullpen. couple in the bullpen.
Dude, even two.
You can't have four starters.
If your 4 and 5 starters are question marks, and you've got 3 strong pitchers,
you can go with it.
I'll go in there.
No,
And you've got Soto and Alonso and all that.
Your first 4 starters.
Exactly.
Are all question
terrible.
marks.
Oh, and the 5th one, I forgot. 5th one, Kodai Senga. Had 1 start last year, 4 innings, tore his calf. Then he came back in the playoffs and pitched a couple innings out of the bullpen and got his ass beat. He was your ace coming into this year. Another question mark. And what happens? First 2 months, he pitches really well. He pitches like an ace.
No bueno.
Then Pete Alonso can't throw the fucking ball to a pitcher running to first. He pulls his hamstring. And when he comes back, he's the second coming of fucking Upper Deck Beck.
All right, well, first of all, you better be careful when you go to rob Upper Deck Beck.
Dude, he was batting
That is
practice
the stuff.
McGee.
That is the batting
Sorry,
practice McGee.
batting practice McGee is what Kodai Senga was. Okay, so I just rattled off 5 pitchers that were all question marks.
Why can't it be batting practice Peterson?
What's the matter with McGee?
It doesn't rhyme. It's got to rhyme.
Either does Peterson.
Batting practice Peterson?
Tits McGee doesn't rhyme.
Who says Tits McGee?
Everybody says Tits McGee.
Tits McGee.
Tits McGee. That was the original McGee.
I say Tits Thompson.
Tits McGee was the original McGee.
No, the original McGee was not Tits McGee.
Yes, it was.
There was a McGee before Tits. I guarantee it.
No.
I don't know where it is, but there was definitely a Tits.
Hey, look at
There was
Tits
a
McGee.
there was a someone McGee before Tits.
Wrong.
Now that person may have had tits, and hence the nickname. But he was
Thank you.
But before he was Tits McGee,
Oh,
or
what
it
I'm
could be a
saying
she.
is, the first time somebody put something in front of McGee, it was Tits.
It was Tits.
And it didn't rhyme with
I
McGee.
said Tits.
It didn't rhyme with McGee. Nobody says Titsy McGee.
Batting practice Peterson. What I meant to say.
Batting practice
Peterson.
McGee.
Peterson.
McGee.
It sounds better. It has a nice ring to it. Batting practice Peterson.
Batting practice Palumbo
There you go.
was Kodai Senga.
Palumbo.
You want alliteration. You don't want rhyme. That's what that's called. The double letters. That's alliteration.
Okay. What about pitching machine Maroney?
Pitching machine.
He's right over the plate.
I think.
He's right over the plate. Here, how far do you want to hit it?
How about Lollipop Larry?
Lollipop Larry. There you go. Yeah.
Little
Yep.
Lobbin' Larry.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Lobbin' Landry. Old Lobbin' Latoya.
Wait. How I got a name. How about oh God, I just had it. I'm not even stoned, but the captain's good.
Captain's good.
What is it? Grapefruit Grandison.
Not bad.
Yeah, Grapefruit Grandison. Yeah. That's the Mets. This is by we're naming the Mets pitching staff. We've got 3 starters right there. We gotta get 2 more.
3 starters better.
We gotta get 2 more.
I think we got.
We gotta come up with 2 more. We got great. Wait, go back. We got what? We got grapefruit.
Lobbin' Larry?
Lollipop Larry.
Lollipop Larry.
Grapefruit Grandison.
Lobbin' Landry?
No. What was the other one? The third one. What was the first one we came up with? Batting practice Pat Peterson.
No, batting practice McGee.
No, it's Peterson.
No. It was batting practice Palumbo.
Palumbo. All right, there you go.
We need an Italian on
That's
this
fair. That's fair. That's fair. I don't disagree. But we need 2 more. We need 2 more. We need 2 more of the Rob Upper Deck Beck category. We gotta come up with 2 gems.
Underhand Henry.
No. Oh my God! How about Slowball Simpson?
Slowball Simpson.
Slowball Simpson. Yeah. Here comes the old.
Meatball Maroney? Or is it Meatball Benson? Like, is it the B or the M? Meatball Maroney. I kind of like Meatball Maroney.
I like Meatball Maroney.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, if you're going to put one over the plate that's not going to land until the next morning, I
What
think
was the other one?
Meatball.
Slow pitch Samson.
Slow pitch Samson.
Yeah,
Slow ball.
that's fine.
Slow pitch Samson.
I like slow pitch Samson. I like slow pitch softball.
So when the definitive history of the 2025 Mets will be written, this is going to be your lineup for the fucking starting.
Yeah, like,
pitching.
so
that
who
was
is-
28th in quality
So I
starts.
don't understand. How could a team choke like that? Well, let me go through the
Let's go
rotation.
through the rotation.
You got batting practice Palumbo.
Yep.
Lollipop Larry.
Yep.
Meatball Maroney.
Yep. What was it?
Slow pitch Samson.
Grapefruit Grandison.
Grapefruit Grandison. And slow pitch Samson.
With that 5, you might not win a game.
That's how. No, literally.
You might lose to Colorado.
But literally, that's
You
why.
might lose to Colorado.
But here's the thing. You might be, don't they play tonight?
Aren't they going for? No, they don't have the record. They got 41 wins. They're not the worst.
No, I thought Colorado plays tonight.
They do it after this game.
Oh,
That's the next
nice,
game. Yeah, we did
nice.
that, yeah, against
No, I didn't mean the Rockies.
BYU. Yeah, they're terrible. They're an embarrassment. We said they're
Dude, but here's the thing: we've been as bad as the Rockies for 3 months.
I know.
Like that is fucked up.
At least it wasn't 6.
6.
Yeah, look
No,
at
6 months.
Yeah, look at the Rockies.
Well, they were bad. The Rockies have been Rockies bad
How do
since
you,
day one.
You know, you talk about a fan base I really feel for. How do you even walk into that stadium?
You know, I don't feel for that fan base.
I mean, how do you not walk
Nobody
in
gives
with
a fuck about the Rockies.
bags over your heads?
Nobody gives a fuck about the Rockies.
Didn't they win a World Series
No,
once upon a time?
no, they got to one.
They got to one. Was Dante Bichette? Was he on that team?
No,
Who was on that
it was
team?
Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday. Bichette was there though at some point.
Oh yeah,
he
Bichette was there.
Yeah. They were pretty good, weren't they, when he was there?
Yeah,
They were good.
yeah, Dante Bichette. Now his kid plays for Toronto.
So anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll come back segment 2. We're going to talk WNBA playoffs. We have not talked about this. We need to talk
See,
about
Collier got hurt.
See what happened.
Fuck,
See what happened to
yeah.
the coach for the
Yeah,
Lynx. We're going to talk
yeah.
about that. By the way, I love.
I didn't mind it,
I had
yeah.
no problem. We had to talk
People
about
were
this.
killing
no,
it.
they shouldn't have, because if you watched that game,
See,
it
I
was.
didn't.
I did. It was atrocious.
But like,
At one point, I'm like, "Oh, come! This
if
was
your
bad."
star gets hurt, I don't mind you running at the refs.
No, because she took out her leg and she went on the
It
steal.
was Alyssa Thomas, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Fucking sick of her.
And I mean, but we will talk about this segment 2 coming up. Plus, we'll also talk football. We'll talk about keys to victory tomorrow for the Giants and the Patriots. Segment 2 coming right up.
Oh yeah. Jack.